What's going on, guys? JaxTown here, and I'm finally back with another video. So the NBA Finals just ended a few days ago. It was a great series. Congrats to the Raptors on winning. And I realized in 73 years of NBA Finals, there have been a lot of different teams, of a lot of different players, different types of rosters and talents to reach the NBA Finals. And so therefore, some years there may have been a perfect set of circumstances that allowed a somewhat undeserving team to reach the NBA Finals. So I've decided to make a video of the 5 worst of that category. So here are the top 5 worst teams to reach the NBA Finals. Okay, so starting off this list at number 5, we have the 2018 Cleveland Cavaliers. So with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think this was just a situation of everyone knew they were overmatched, and this was last year when they met the Golden State Warriors for the 4th straight year. And so the fact that they were overmatched and everyone kind of knew that they were going to lose badly, it wasn't even going to be close. That's the reason I have them here. They finished 50-32, which isn't bad for a team to make the finals, but it wasn't great. And they got swept in the finals to the Warriors. They were the 4 seed, and their starting lineup was George Hill, J.R. Smith, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson, which isn't a bad starting lineup. But once again, the fact that everyone knew they were overmatched, and they got swept, and also their bench wasn't really good. The fact that this was the weakest squad they sent out of those 4 straight years they made the finals is the reason why they make number 5 on this list. So coming in at number 4, we have the 2001 Philadelphia 76ers. So the Sixers did have a really good regular season. They were 56-26, finished 2nd in the East. But the problem with the Philadelphia 76ers is that their contributions, or the reason why they were so good, was only because of one great player, and that was a great player, in fact. That was Allen Iverson. But chances are, unless you're a hardcore NBA fan, you probably only recognize 2 out of the 5 players in their starting lineup. So Eric Snow at point guard, shooting guard Allen Iverson, small forward George Lynch, power forward Tyrone Hill, and center Dikembe Mutombo. So most NBA fans probably only recognize Iverson and Mutombo, and Mutombo was way past his prime. He was on the decline of his career. So they were very lopsided in their contributions because Allen Iverson carried this team at times, similar to the 2018 Cavs, who are number 5 on this list. And their names, the other 3 starting lineup members, other than Mutombo and Iverson, like I said, they were less known than the starting lineup of the Cavs. So therefore, the fact that they were a lopsided team and in a weak Eastern Conference, and the fact that they had no match against, or no chance against the Lakers, shows that they were not a good team to reach the finals, and they lost 4 games to 1 to the Lakers. All right, now we're getting into the stinkers. So coming in at number 3, we have the 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers. And once again, LeBron does a great job of carrying his team to the NBA Finals because this starting lineup was very weak. At point guard, they had Daniel Gibson, shooting guard Larry Hughes, small forward, of course, LeBron, power forward Drew Gooden, and center Zydrunas Ilgauskas. And once again, like the Philadelphia 76ers, this team was carried, but except the Cleveland Cavaliers were worse because they were 50-32. They had a worse record. They were carried more by one player because LeBron literally did everything: passing, rebounding, points. He led them in every category, and they got to the finals because of LeBron's brilliance, and they were no match for the San Antonio Spurs. They got swept 4-0. 2007 Cavs, terrible team to reach the finals. Okay, so somehow the New Jersey Nets made it to back-to-back NBA Finals in 2002 and 2003, but I'm gonna have to go with the 2003 Nets as the worst team here, as they make it in at number 2, because they were 49-33, and that was still somehow good enough to make it as the 2nd seed in the East. And like I'm about to say, it was a terrible conference. I mean, the best team in the conference was the Detroit Pistons, and they were 1 game better at 50 wins. So only 1 team in the conference won 50 games. And their starting lineup was Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Richard Jefferson, Kenyon Martin, and Jason Collins, which is an abysmal lineup because you really only have 1 star player in Jason Kidd, and it's not like he was a generational player like Iverson or LeBron. So somehow that was a good enough combination with an underwhelming starting lineup and a star in Jason Kidd to lead you to the NBA Finals. So they were taking advantage of a terrible conference, and that was a good circumstance for them back-to-back years. But 2003, they were terrible, and they got to the finals. So they lost 4-2 somehow to the Spurs, but that doesn't excuse them from the fact that they might go down as one of the worst teams to reach the NBA Finals. All right, and hands down, the worst team to reach the NBA Finals no question about it, is the 1999 New York Knicks. So in 1999, there was a lockout in the NBA season as there were only 50 games. So the New York Knicks won 27 games and lost 23. So they were only 4 games above 500 and managed to sneak in as the 8th seed in the playoffs. But their star in Patrick Ewing playing for them meant that they still had a chance to maybe make some noise, maybe upset the #1 seed in Miami. But Patrick Ewing got hurt a couple games into the playoffs, and this underwhelming lineup of role players, being an 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, somehow went on a magical run, upset the #1 seed in Miami, and then went all the way to the NBA Finals with a lineup of Charlie Ward, Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, Kurt Thomas, and Marcus Camby. I still don't know to this day how they got to the NBA Finals. Like I said, they were role players. They were an 8th seed. They just magically, they decided, we're going to get Patrick a title. We're going to get Patrick Ewing a title. We're going to go on this run. And they were the first and only 8th seed to this day to get to the NBA Finals. And like many people thought, they were overmatched to the San Antonio Spurs, who were the 1 seed. They went on to win the series 4-1 and went on to win their first title in franchise history. And by the way, can I just point out, the Spurs were a little lucky because the 3 worst teams to get to the NBA Finals all ended up bowing out to the San Antonio Spurs. So back to the Knicks here. They're absolutely the worst team to get to the finals. No star players, 8th seed. Cinderella run, yes, I give them credit for that. But when you look at the great teams to get to the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks should be in the pit hole of that list. Sorry, Knicks fans. Hopefully you get better someday and win a title, because it's been a while. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but it's summertime now, so I'm gonna have much more time. More videos are coming your way and more often. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you like the content. Hit that like button and subscribe, because I would love that. I could use your support. I'd love your support. So thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. How did the 99 Knicks make the finals? It's ridiculous. Still can't believe that. All right then.